Guys, we made it. So, what do we have to do today, Josh? Well, first of all, just gonna check out this guy. That's crazy. This thing's massive. And then underneath it, there's a railway station. So I'm gonna take that to Nikko. So having a little trip there. It leaves in about an hour. So I'm gonna get some lunch, and we're gonna see some cool temples. Hopefully find a hot spring. Hopefully go on a cool hike. Who knows? But that's pretty cool. I guess while I'm here, I should do some quick first impressions, or I guess second impressions, my second time to Japan, of being back. First of all, nobody smiled at me yet, and I am taking it personally. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And nothing, just nothing. So I think I'm doing a bad job. So I'm sorry, Japan, for that. Still love it here. I mean, I like the being here. I don't know how to describe it. Just actually being here. It's cool the temples, and I love the nature, and I love the this and this. But just the overall culmination of everything. It's just a nice place to be. I love being able to walk, and there's always people everywhere, which I guess is just being in a city thing. But it's I don't know, everyone's doing their things. It's kind of awesome, and I think it makes you want to do stuff. I feel weird doing this vlog. I hate recording myself in public. I feel like people are always looking at me. So if it's a little jumpy, that's why. But I mean, can't complain. Anyways, those are my second impressions. I'll cut to some footage of me on the train. So this is the train that I was supposed to get on. And this is the one that I took. Turns out, when the doors opened and nobody got on, it wasn't because they needed to look at our tickets. It's just because no one was riding that train. So I watched it leave me behind. And I almost cried, but I didn't, because I am so brave. So here's a little time lapse of my train ride out of Tokyo. You can't see much, but it's kind of cool to see the city fade away as the sun sets. So we made it to our hostel for tonight, and it's really cute. It's called Nikko Park Lodge, and I'll just show you the dormitory real quick. It's much more lodge-like, but there's a beer vending machine upstairs, so that's awesome, and it seems very homey. I made the mistake of walking here from the train station to save on money from an Uber, and that was a bad idea. It was terrifying. It wasn't that far. I mean, like a 20-minute walk, but we made it. I'm gonna go drink, and maybe go on the roof and look at the stars, because there's zero light pollution, so it looks very pretty out. And the mountains, it's good vibe. And they have dinner here. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but I want to walk back to town, and I don't feel like Ubering because I'm tired. So this was our house. As you can see, they had our dinner cooking on the space heater while CNN was playing. It was a very homey place, actually, and it's where I met some of the buddies that I ended up hiking with the next day. And this was our morning walk to the town of Nikko, where we went and picked up our bus tickets so that way we could go up to the lake and the river. Here's a quick clip from the bus ride. It was very gorgeous the whole way, but it was very windy, so the entire time you felt like the whole bus was going to tip over when you're taking these turns. But it was an amazing trip. It took about an hour. And this is the first waterfall. This is Ryuzu Falls, and it was very gorgeous. There's a bunch of little gorges in there. So our original plan was to just see these waterfalls and then turn around and go to this Buddhist temple. But they were so pretty, we decided to keep on hiking. We ended up hiking 12 miles, and we saw these waterfalls just kind of kept going, and it opened this river. and there was this really cool bridge that we wanted to cross, but we couldn't because it was closed. And there was this really cool forest area, and it kind of just like kept changing biomes as we continued on this hike. So I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit and let you kind of just take in the sights and sounds. So we finished our hike in Yumoto Onsen, and we were super hungry, but there's no restaurants open. So we took a bus down and we got some soba before going to Kagan Falls, which honestly has to be podium waterfall that I've ever seen in my life. It's so gorgeous. Hi. So quick pause from the video. I'm editing these back in Tokyo, and I'm realizing that there's a very big jump between the last clip that I have and the next one that I want to show. So I just want to sort of explain what happened in that period of time. So we finished up at that Kagan waterfall, which is very beautiful. We were pretty exhausted, so we wanted to go to one of the many onsen that they have in Nikko. And an onsen is basically just like a bathhouse or hot springs. So we went to Nikko no Shiro, and it was a very, very nice onsen. It had one pretty long bath that was very hot. There was one that was outside that was kind of like a pond with real rocks and a waterfall, and that one was a little bit more temperate. It was very nice. And then there was a third pool that was a little bit cooler, so it was nice to kind of switch between the three. And there's a sauna as well. And we were there for about an hour, and it was so fantastic, guys. It was amazing. Highly, highly recommend if you can. I don't know if they put minerals in the water, but it just felt so nice, especially after we hiked like 11 or 12 miles that day. It was very nice. However, I was not prepared in that we hadn't really drank water that day, or at least I didn't bring a water bottle, and so I definitely almost passed out a couple times in the hot springs, so that was a little bit, but besides that, it was awesome. Also, it was my first time experiencing something like that where everyone is completely undressed. That was a little bit jarring at first. I definitely, had to sort of get over my shame in that moment. But once you sort of get that and you sort of figure out where to put your eyes so as to not offend or make anybody uncomfortable, then it's really good, and it's very meditative, and it was a great experience overall. Would do it again. But after that, we were pretty tired, so we went back to the hostel and we crashed. So then this next clip is the next morning, and we went to the Toshogu Shrine, which was very beautiful, and yeah, I'll just cut to that. So this is the Toshogu Shrine. This is the final resting place of Tokugawa Ieyasu and his grandson Tokugawa Iemitsu. And I think the one word that kept coming to me when I was here was just opulence. It's just beauty and what wealth can do, and just the attention to detail and craftsmanship here was gorgeous. And you're surrounded by nature, and there were just all these lanterns, and there was this place where you could wash your hands and wash your mouth to sort of purify yourself before you went into the shrine. And it was just so cool. It was amazing, and it was huge. There's two sections, one for the grandson and then one for Ieyasu himself. So here are two sort of famous parts of the shrine. Here are the elephants, who it's said that the crafter had never seen elephants before in his life before he made them. And these are the three monkeys representing hear no evil, speak no evil, and see no evil. And then this is the hall where Ieyasu would actually meet with the daimyo. And once again, it is just the attention to detail there is crazy. And finally, the final resting place of Ieyasu himself. And a pagoda, which was cool, but it was built later, so I don't know. So that was my adventure for this week. I'm going to try to put out these videos once a week. I'm going to try to keep them to around 10 minutes. I don't know that they're all going to be the same kind of content, but I'm going to try to put something out there about this trip. once a week. Shout out to Dan, Oliver, and Justin. You guys are the homies. It's so awesome to meet you guys. I was so anxious going to this trip to Nikko because I just my Japanese is not good and I hadn't seen anybody that spoke English in a bit. And coming back from this trip, I feel a lot better and a lot more excited to go into this next semester. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to Nikko. Um, and shout out to you for watching this. So, I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, I hope to see you in a week. Thank you so much for watching.